Welcome to Capsized, a Silver Lake podcast talking about weekly school-wide updates, hosted by
Connor.
Cass.
and Messina, and our special guest.
Ms. Rachel McGuire.
Thank you, Silver Lake Library and community, for making this possible. We couldn't have done it without Miss Mathias. So, Miss McGuire is me and Cass's art teacher.
Yes.
Been my art teacher since like 8th grade.
Yeah, since middle school, I think.
Yeah, so you know her pretty well. Connor doesn't really know McGuire, but that's why it's an interview. So Connor, you'll know all about McGuire by the end of this.
That sounds good.
And so will everyone else listening to the podcast. So, yeah. All right. So, I'll start the questions and then we'll go down the list from there. Okay. Miss McGuire, what's your favorite color?
Okay, so as an art teacher, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to pick favorites, but I do, right, Messina? We know this. Turquoise. It's
That's
tertiary. Love it. Love it.
That's my favorite color as well.
I know.
Love the color, yeah.
My favorite color is red.
Oh.
Don't we all, are we going to hear about everyone's favorite colors? Like, so me and Messina both love turquoise. Messina, your hair
I
is
love
turquoise
red.
for a while.
Oh my God, guys, don't talk over each other, please.
I know, I'm bad at that.
Okay, Cass, favorite color?
My favorite color is red. My entire gaming setup is all the RGBs are red. And
Nice.
my desktop is red. I have a red rose. My car's red. My AirPods case is red.
Atticus is blue. Atticus is my car. I don't think I've ever mentioned that on the podcast. I have a car named Atticus. He's pretty cool. He's a convertible. So if you see a light blue convertible driving the streets of Kingston, I'd move out of the way. Connor, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is a nice dark purple. I really do like the color
I like
purple.
the color. Yeah. I think that's Mike's favorite color.
It is.
Yeah. That's a cool color.
He likes the galaxy purple.
Yes, me too. I love it.
All right. Next question.
Oh, wait, no, I want to add something. Ms. Close's favorite color is also purple.
Ooh.
Ooh, see?
Miss
Did
Close
we
is someone we
get-
gotta get on this podcast. Hey, Miss Close, you listen to this podcast. Hit us up.
Hop on here.
We want more people.
Do you want me to FaceTime her right now?
Maybe at the end.
Yeah, maybe at the end. Okay, so if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, I would want to know how to just like translate all the languages. For some reason, I would love to be able to just communicate with everyone and just like have. All right, so when I was growing up, I always thought art was like magic, and now as an adult, I just feel like foreign language is like magic because I can't communicate with people. I've had a lot of like stories where I'm like, I'd only know a couple of words in a language, and I'm just like, oh, none of these are the functional ones I need right now. Yeah, I probably should find something like live forever, something really exciting. But yeah, for some reason, it always goes down to I'm really bad with languages. What about you guys? What do you guys want?
I think I would probably want to be able to shapeshift.
No, that's
Only-
an interesting one.
Well, okay, it's because so me being trans, it would be so much easier and cheaper if I could just shapeshift into the correct body, you know? So I'm looking at it financially. I would be much less in debt if I had the ability to shapeshift.
That would be cool. That would be.
Yes.
But imagine that, because like if you had to, like, you could fit in a whole bunch of different things, and that would be cool. Like I could fit under my bed. That would be cool.
Yeah, that's why I want that. I don't know.
Connor wants to go under his bed. That's it, period.
I want to reverse my gender, and Connor's like, oh yeah, I want to go under my bed.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking you could like go into acting. You could be like, I will be a werewolf and you will pay me lots of money.
Yes, that's another good thing.
Yeah. I'd want to teleport, I think. Because then I could just like, poof anywhere. Like I could sleep into like a minute before like bell rings at school. Boom, I'm there. So then
You're late for a meeting, you just throw on your clothes and boom, you're there.
yeah, I'm there. I just had to get dressed and boom, I'm there.
Do you know how much money that would save? You do not need to pay for a car or a train ticket or anything.
Or a plane
You don't
ticket.
even-
Like I have
or
a
a plane ticket.
I have a
yeah.
free round trip anywhere I want to go. All I have to do is pay for the hotel.
Well, you
Yeah.
don't even have to. You can just poof
That-
back to your own bed.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
Well, with all the money you're saving, what would you invest in, Messina? If you didn't, but then again, you wouldn't have Atticus.
I could still have a car. Who says I can't have a car?
Oh, that's true. Yes, yeah.
Like, what?
So
Now,
is this
what if you could
if you're
teleport your car
ever
with
low
you?
on money, you could just teleport into the bank safe and then get out. They would never know.
Exactly. Exactly. All right.
See.
Next question.
A superpower I would like. I think in the previous podcast I said teleporting as well, but I'm gonna change it this time. I would definitely like to be able to read people's minds.
No, not dangerous though.
I don't want you reading my mind. Thank you, though.
See, but I feel like that would be really cool, but it also depends because can you keep it to yourself? Like,
Everything that goes on in my brain stays in my brain, and I
Mhm.
don't think I'd be
But, like,
too
what if-
happy if I don't think I'd be too happy if I was like thinking about like I don't know, like maybe like my grandma died or something, and I'm like really upset, and I'm like thinking about like, oh, I miss my grandma, blah blah blah, and then Connor's like tuning into my brainwaves, and he's like, he comes up to me and he's like, I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm like, what the? How did you?
see, that's
What
what
are you
not to
doing?
do. That's what you can't do. See, if you have that superpower, you can't like. It's kind of like a medium or something.
Well, I think it's kind of cool.
Connor,
Yeah.
Connor, if you get this, like you have to understand, I spend a lot of time looking at my cat, wondering what she is thinking. I might change my vote. I would like to have Connor's superpower, but only for my cat because I always wonder what her cat brain is thinking. But otherwise,
Speaking of-
Connor, I would have you come over and I'd be like, "What is Becky thinking? What's Becky thinking?"
Speaking of your cat, and we know a lot about your cat, and we definitely have heard about your cat, and I don't know you too well, so that's pretty good. Tell us a little bit about your cat.
Okay, first of all, she's from Kingston. So Becky was found as a kitten when she got hit by a car. So she was a rescue at South River Vet down in Marshfield. And she was actually given to Mr. Lay's grandmother, Zulmira. John's family's Portuguese. So Grandma Mira had her until she moved into the old folks home. And then we acquired her. But the thing about my cat is this. First of all, she's now 17, so she's like an 84-year-old woman, and anything she wants, she gets. She wants to sit on my demo table, she sits on my demo table. She wants to, I love this cat so much, but she has like no tail. All right, that's a bit of an exaggeration. She's got about 2 inches of a tail where they amputated it, and she's got this broken paw, so she's like this amputee cat that like is a pirate, because like when she comes down, like the stairs, you hear her going clunk, clunk, like she has a wooden peg leg. So I love this cat, and she's a tortie. So if you guys don't know what a tortie is, it's short for a tortoiseshell, which is that tricolor cat combination. But they say that cats have what's called tortitude, and like cat owners who have torties think their cats are like super feisty and say they have tortitude. So I love Becky so much. I love her.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Mrs. McGuire.
Do you have any other questions about my cat? I'll talk about Becky a lot. I've done so many paintings of Becky. Oh, the thing about remote, all my demos are like, and here's another drawing of my cat, Becky. You can't, I would hold them up right now, but we're getting audio only. Imagine right now, you should visualize I'm holding up like a picture, a charcoal drawing of Becky.
Well, maybe at the end, if we finish a little early, maybe we can ask some more about your cat.
Oh,
Seems very interesting. You're welcome.
Oh, did my voice like go really high? When I get excited, I tend to like pitch up.
Yeah, like I said, I love the energy.
Ah. There's like 2 modes. There's sleeping and awake. I was just in sleep mode, but I was like, I have meeting. I need to be in awake mode.
All right. So another question that we have for you is, do you listen to this podcast?
I have been admiring the poster. And I've been like, I need to. And I was like, I need to support these guys. So from now on, the answer is yes.
Yes.
Good job with the poster cast. Love it.
Now, will you listen to the podcast with your cat?
Of course. Well, yes. The answer is yes.
Alright.
Everything
There's about 8 episodes, so
You got some catching up to do.
yeah, we have some-
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can you list off have you had an interview for everyone? Like, can you list off the 8 people you've interviewed?
Well, we don't have 8, so no. But we have Mr. Blatt, Mr.
Blatt.
Pratt, the other principal.
Gil?
Yeah, wow,
Yes.
I really blanked hard. Who else we had? Is that it?
I think
Yeah.
that's it. And then Miss McGuire, I think that's it.
Oh, McGuire, you're our first teacher.
But we're looking to get more people interviewed. So if you want to be interviewed, hit us up.
Yeah, some seniors, by the way. We need some seniors.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways,
All right.
McGuire, how'd you get to being a teacher, a high school teacher at Silver Lake?
Oh my gosh, where do I start? So first of all, these guys know this, but other people don't. This is like my 3rd career. I worked in animation, and I worked in illustration, I worked in publishing, I worked in other jobs, and I had, all right, so where do I backtrack it to? So I went to school for art, and I started working in animation. I did that for about 5 years, and then in between seasons, there was sometimes, so the thing about animation is this, usually it's not really stable. Saying I had a job for 5 years is actually pretty impressive. Normally you have a job for a season and then you go to like another show, or you go to another studio. I had a really good long run on Word Girl. And then there was like a gap. And so we had already bought our house. And so me and Mr. Lay were kind of more like stable, like stationed here in Massachusetts, where all my friends were going to New York and California and Georgia and Canada for other jobs. I was here. And I picked up like a part-time job at an auction house. And they're like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I'm like, oh, I have to answer this question right now. And I'm like, probably teaching? I had started teaching part-time, doing at the Elliott School, 1L, 1T, because there's 2 Elliott schools. And then I realized I really like teaching because it's way more fun than what I went to school for. So I always thought, I want to make cartoons. I want to do animation. But animation takes a long time to actually put together, and you don't interact with people. And like right now, because I work at a school, I get to interact with you guys, which is actually really fun. And so after that moment at that interview at this auction job, I was like, well, how do I get this to work? And I actually started another 5 years of actually working in publishing. And then I got myself into grad school. And actually, strangely enough, Miss Close emailed me right as I was finishing up the 3rd book and said, Jane Napolitano is going to be retiring. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm in grad school. I was like, this was such a dream job, because I'm from Pembroke before the split. And I always wished, I had someone back then kind of fight for the quiet girls, because I was really quiet in high school and I didn't always stand up for myself. And I would always, like, I had this dream of like, wouldn't it be nice to go back and really support, those kids? And so this is kind of how I ended up here. Was Erica McGee had a baby and I got to cover her maternity leave. Jane Napolitano retired, and I had already known Hannah Close, Ms. Close. She had me in as a special guest years ago, and I actually have this little fabric painting she made me. I had it up in my bathroom for many years, and it was really nice because this was such an amazing kind of, it's like a dream to be able to work in your community and have a job with a mission statement that is so sincerely good. Because I've worked in kind of corporate jobs, and it's kind of soul sucking, because like I'm working in comics, and let's say it's like, it's not brain surgery on kids, there's no one is going to die if the butcher's hot dogs on his belt are a little too pink for, the head honcho over at Scholastic. But then you'd have to go back and spend an hour changing all the colors of the hot dogs, making sure they're a little bit less pink. And what's really nice about this job is you just really get to help people, and there's something really nice about helping people. That kind of like morphed into the job of why do you love this job? But I hope that answers how did I get it? Maybe I should have just said Ms. McGee had a baby and Jane Napolitano retired. I talked a long time.
No, that's okay.
Fun. So, Mom McGuire, how does it feel to be the first teacher on our podcast?
I'm really happy. I'm just so happy that it's really nice to talk to you guys. I miss your faces.
Well, thank you.
You don't even know Connor's face.
I think I do.
No,
I think I know who he is.
So this. Sorry.
Go ahead, Messina. It's all right.
With the wrap it up. So
Yeah.
this podcast actually does not have a time. So you are the first recorded teacher. But I don't know. I think this is coming out in 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
We have one for next week. So I think it'd be the next Monday. So you are officially the first recorded teacher. So no promise to be the first uploaded teacher, but so that is it for this podcast. Thank you for listening again if you are continuing to listen, and thank you for listening in if this is the first one you're listening to. See you on the flip side.